Welcome to the CascadiaSports.net Seahawks post-game report. I'm Oz Vita Mara Ere. I'm all ecstatic that I'm joined by Eric Bell. Eric, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Man, you know what? Now I don't have to carry the ball all by myself. Kind of what the Seahawks did today in their 31-7 win. I'm Geno Smith. Well, Cameron's Geno Smith. I'm Tyler Lockett. You're DK Metcalf. We all get a piece of this, right? So speaking of that, I asked you this question. So DK Metcalf, two touchdowns. Tyler Lockett over 100 yards for reception. Which of those two would you rather get?
I mean, hey, Tyler Lockett having another 100-yard game, that's huge. Personally, I go with Metcalf. Metcalf, that catch was crazy. A little celebration at the end. I appreciated that. Even though he got flagged for it, I like to see that.
See, that's the young buck. See, all y'all, you acknowledging the consistency with which Tyler Lockett has, but the athleticism of DK Metcalf. And like you said, that was just a crazy catch. What else did you see from Geno today?
His boys. I mean, starting off, he went 14 for 14. His first incompletion was actually a throwaway. He had to roll away, just to make sure to make the smart play. He talked about that a little bit in the post-game press conference. You know, hey, if I'm 28 for 28 and I need to throw it away to help the team, I will do it. You know, it just shows the selfishness of him. You know, he's willing to do whatever for the team. It's not about him. Even though he went 14 for 14, it's not about him.
And then this is the first win for the Seahawks at home. Which sounds weird, right?
It's just crazy. I mean, it's been a weird year. Russell's never been hurt like this before. So, you know, everyone's trying to figure this out for the first time themselves. So, yeah, I mean, here we are. You know, they get a win today, but going into the bye, it's good.
Absolutely. Adversity is the key to athletics on any level. Your ability, not what happens, but what you do about what happens. And so we're seeing that. Going back to Russell Wilson, he's on schedule, and supposedly, we don't know, that he should be back, like you said, for the Green Bay game after the Seahawks come out of the bye.
Of course. I mean, it's all speculation. But, hey, if you can get 3 back, you know, you're good.
But 7 showed you some good things today, right? Sure. So you don't have to, just tape it up and get out there.
There you go. Exactly. I mean, he's shown he can mature throughout the game. It's not like, exactly to your point. You know, Russell Wilson takes his time, he comes back, he gets healthy, then they can maybe make a run. Geno Smith playing well, it's giving him time, so it's better for the team.
And it looked, Eric, like what they did today is that they up-tempoed, got the ball out of Geno's hands, and that way that really played to his skill set, right? He was able to kind of spray the ball around as we talked about.
Exactly. I mean, get the ball to your playmakers, right? Metcalf and lock it on the outside. I mean, get him the ball. I mean, out of the back of quarterback training. I mean, his first start in forever, so just get him comfortable.
Well, I see these college kids, and St. Martin, you play soccer there, right?
I do.
College kids are so smart. You know what? In any sport, get the ball to your playmakers. And so on the Seahawks, speaking of that, defensively, playmakers today, I mean, the rush was there. Quandre Diggs gets his 3rd interception of the season.
Great play. I mean, in the press conference, we're talking about, hey, maybe, Warren's throw it right to you. That's what it may look like. That may have looked like to you on TV, but, that's Quandre Diggs making a great play. Coming across. And it's not like the first game he's done this, It's not the first time he's played great, had a great game, especially even coming, over, So it's just different. It shows consistency between teams, It's not just one organization he's going to play, He's doing it with Seattle, and he's going to help them make a run,
To your point, Diggs came over from Detroit, and he kind of talked a little bit about this because came to Detroit, and then the stat is 3 interceptions for 5 consecutive seasons. So, like you were saying, whether it was Detroit or Seattle, he's been consistent. And look, we're halfway through the season, so who knows what the season will do. But it is the consistency, his commitment to win. And so the other player, Jamal Adams, even though he say he's going to France, and we know he ain't going to France the bye week. But what did you see about him?
No, I mean, he's there. I mean, you could talk about, Jamal Adams, got a weakness here, he's got, the only blitzes, whatever you want to call it, He's the heart and soul of their defense, He's out there, he's making everyone better. I mean, Quandre touched on it in his press conference, hey, I can have this conversation with Jamal that I can't have with anyone else. It's kind of that tight-knit group, Jamal, right in the center.
And we asked Pete a little bit, right? I mean, I asked him about the communication. He said, nah, it ain't communication, but it's familiarity. is the rear guard of the Seahawks defense really getting familiar and thereby playing better to what you can see?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you saw it today. I mean, 7 points, and they scored their last touchdown, in garbage time right at the end. It would have been nice for them to get a shutout there, as mentioned in the press conference. But I think definitely the communication, it's there now. They just need a couple other pieces to fall, and against, of course, the Jacksonville Jaguars team, who has been struggling today. But they got it done today.
Yeah, because to get right, you got to win the get right game, which they did 31-7. Right? Sometimes you just need a win, no matter who it is.
There you go.
All right, so he's Eric Bell of and what paper?
It's the Bell Tower at St. Martin's University. You probably don't know what that is, but if you want to just Google it, just give it a chance. We might have something cool for you. So yeah, Bell Tower at St. Martin's University.
Bell Tower at St. Martin's University is where you'll see the up-and-coming Pulitzer Prize writer stuff up there. And, of course, you can always go to CascadiaSports.net and read our usual stuff. And we'll actually post this video to YouTube, and then you can do whatever you want if you want to do something with it. So, again, thanks a lot, Eric Bell. I'm Osvita Mara Ere, CascadiaSports.net. Thank you all for watching, listening, and reading.